Hello everyone, how are we? And today you're joining me from sunny, well, dry-ish Donegal. So we are just out doing a bit of slurry out here at the minute, and then the rest of the boys, there's ploughs going, there's dung going out, there's slurry going out. Everything is very much all systems go at the minute, and my God, aren't we very glad to see it. Yeah, it's been a super long time in coming, to be fair. And in the last video, I at the start of it, I said, I hope you're all enjoying this slightly better weather. What a bit of backlash I got from that. Do not worry, everybody. Like we were not basking in glorious sunshine whilst everybody else was getting wet. What I meant by that was that we had probably maybe 2 days less of rain beating off the side of your face. You know, the horizontal stuff than what we would have had the week or two before that. So no, we're still very much feeling the repercussions of the crap weather. There still hasn't been any massive great improvement in the weather for us. Definitely now over the weekend we did have a couple of dry days together, which was absolutely amazing, and you can see the change in the ground already. Even after, a couple of days drying. So if we could get an awful lot more of that next week, that would be absolutely amazing. Please and thanks. We are obviously into April now, so we have silage booked in actually already for the end of April. So that'll probably be going into like the 3rd, 4th week that we would be aiming hopefully to get that mowed. So that'll be, it's Italian ryegrass. We did the same for the same guy last year. It's for Grove Dairies down in Castlederg. So yeah, no pressure at all. So there'll be an awful lot will happen between now and then. But hopefully the weather will be on our side. Like, things cannot get much worse than what they have been. If you think about it, it hasn't really stopped raining since, June or July. So, yeah, there's an awful lot of drying to do. So I suppose things have actually been quite busy. We have been flat out with the ploughs now the past fortnight. So that is a case now of just trying to get ground ready for maize, for all the other crops that we are hoping to get planting in the next couple of weeks. Ideally would be the good time to start. And then slurry is still tipping away quite nicely, although dare I say it, we are actually quite comfortable now where it comes to slurry. We really did push on whenever kind of the pressure was on us, and we probably were nearly encouraging customers to go. So we have actually left ourselves now that we are comfortable in that respect. Definitely the pressure is massively lifted off us, but it's good now because it means then that we can, pull a couple of boys off the tankers, and like Chad there, he's out dung spreading. Lyle, he's away ploughing. A couple of other ones are just doing different wee bits and pieces. So it is good to kind of have that done and sort of be in that position at the minute. So you'll have heard us talking about what Adam just did there before. and that is him dropping off the bauble. So he's done that just to lose a wee bit of weight. Yeah, so overall things are tipping away quite nicely. There has been a couple of new arrivals into the yard. So you might have seen it, noticed in the last video we have changed our dung spreader. So yeah, the news sadly broke, however, that K2 are now in administration, right enough. But yeah, we bought a 12-ton K2, which came from Richard Irwin there just outside Kilray. I don't think they quite estimated just the size that it was going to be. Certainly whenever it came off the lorry and was delivered, I think there was a lot of head scratching and what have we done? This thing is massive. We're going to have to start spreading dung now with the 8740. But to be fair, now she has surprised them all. So Chad, he's working away there. I think he's in the S. I know that she was on the 7S there to start with. But yeah, so that was probably one of the first editions that has came. So we did have a Richard Western before, which was grand, but just with the more demand that there is on maize and stuff, we have a lot of dung ourselves, so we just had to upgrade it basically. This is a great wee perch. You nearly think he left this here because he felt sorry for me. Aside from all that, it is still bloody freezing. Temperatures did pick up a wee touch. And to be fair, do you know what the worst thing I think I've ever could have possibly done was introduce my husband to the grass check weekly updates on Facebook. So I think it's either AFBI, I think it is AFBI, but basically they publish a weekly report, and every week they all put up, according to your area, according to the county, but basically they'll put up, the average rainfall that you've had, the average grass growth, and all this kind of stuff. I introduced this to Adam a couple of weeks ago, and obsessed is not the word, but basically, do you know what, it is very interesting though. It is very interesting to see where we are compared to the other side of the country. Now, funnily enough, we have had the most rainfall, but we've also had the most growth. Now, how reliable that is, I don't know. Where they are measuring those figures from, I don't know that either. But it has made me very inquisitive. It's made me very, very, very inquisitive to nearly actually put in a rain gauge myself and just actually measure and see what exactly we are getting, because definitely to look at those figures, it would be beggar's belief now. I was waiting on that going into my boot. How close was he? Okay, he was close enough. So I'm very cautious that any time that I ever show you us at slurry, well, I never really show you anything that's on the pump. So we'll go over here today, what we will be hiding in this tractor. So there is the tractor on the pump today. Whoopie looks as if he's on there sleeping. But yeah, so he is pumping there with one of the 7S 180s. And the pipe goes the whole way down there. So this is a farm where obviously you'll see that is a T-junction there. And this pipe actually goes underneath the road. Which is an absolute godsend. See for places where you do have an awful lot of ground on the other side of a road. Now there's a very, very busy wee road. There's an awful lot of traffic actually on that road, quite a lot. So if we had ramps there, it would be, your heart would be in your mouth, because people have no idea how to drive over ramps. So there is what this farmer has done. So we are over here at at Peter Brown's. So he has actually dug like a channel underneath the road, and I'll show you just where it comes out at the other side here. But it just means, like, say this is actually our second day here, so Adam was out here on Tuesday as well. So we didn't actually, well, we did have to roll up the pipes, but say for example if you were still, say if you had 60 or 70 acre on the other side of the road left to do and it was quitting time, you know, you're not in a panic to roll up your pipes. It saves you time, but it's a fantastic job. Honestly, it would give you nightmares, like seeing some people trying to negotiate ramps. I know a lot of people have started to like raise the pipe above the road now, but whenever we have 4 slurry outfits, it is quite difficult to kind of have all that stuff, but we have ramps for them all. And honest to goodness, if you've seen some of the sketches that, oh my god, people in lowered cars getting stuck. I can't say too much because I used to be a lowered car person, but yeah, and the speed that they drive over them at, like honest to goodness, it would actually just give you palpitations, even just the thought of it. But right, so you'll see there is where you lose the pipe there. So you're going over the road here. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get ran over. And then this is where it comes out in here. So something very simple, but makes such a difference to us. You see what I mean? Like that road is really busy. If you had ramps there, you would have somebody nearly having to sit with them the whole time just to make sure that they were still in place and that they weren't moved or dislodged, or yeah. So slurry pipe is far too expensive to run the risk of having some idiot hitting a ramp at 40 or 50 miles an hour and wrecking your ramp and your slurry pipe at the same time. Right, so that is enough rambling for me. Listen, all the best, thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't, please subscribe and please like. I never asked for this, but everybody keeps telling me that I have to. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. Alrighty, take care, be good. See you later.